Today we are going to take a look at the Pro-Ject T1 turntables. The T1 range provides the perfect solution if you are looking to buy your first turntable. It utilises premium materials, stylish aesthetics, and produces a rich and lively sound, all at an accessible price point. It can be accommodated into almost any environment thanks to its 3 finish options and 3 output versions. T1 models are available in high gloss black, satin white or walnut. There's no complicated assembly or setup to do, so you can quickly enjoy the performance of the T1 at home. So let's take a look at each one and their features. The T1 range all have CNC machine chassis, avoiding the use of plastic wherever possible. There are no hollow spaces in the plinth, helping to avoid unwanted vibrations during operation. The newly designed subplatter mounted into the main bearing drives the new heavy zero resonance glass platter with absolute stability, ensuring ideal playback support surface for your records. The T1 range uses a new 8.6-inch tone arm, featuring a larger one-piece aluminium tube with integrated head shell and an improved gimbal bearing assembly with low friction components for precise accuracy. This also helps avoid any unwanted resonance. The T1 standard is a manual speed control turntable with 33 and 45 RPM speeds. It's got a captive phono lead on it, and it's important you need to have a phono stage to put this turntable into or plug this turntable into. Either one that's existing in the amplifier that you're going to connect it to, or a separate phono stage that you've purchased for the purpose. So we'll move on to the T1 Phono SB. This turntable has a built-in electronic switching speed control, so it's a simple push-button press to move between 33 and 45. It also has a switchable built-in phono stage, and when I say switchable, I mean that you can switch the output from the turntable here from a phono out and just simply switch it to line level out, which is employing the phono stage, and then phono out, which is bypassing the phono stage. So if you bypass this phono stage, it's just for when you have perhaps circumstances where you acquire a phono stage and you want to connect this directly out to an outside phono stage. Otherwise, employ the phono stage that's built in. So put it to line level and then you're away. There's a switch, power switch on the side for switching on and off, and that is that. Next we'll move on to the T1 BT. This has a built-in phono stage which has 2 outputs on it, so you can move between the line level out, which employs the phono stage, or bypass that, and there are another set of phono connections on it. Manual speed control for 33 and 45 RPM, Bluetooth transmission which is included with this turntable, and there is a Bluetooth switch on the side here to switch your Bluetooth on, and so you've got both that BT connection, so wireless connection to, for instance, any Bluetooth receiver-based system or Bluetooth speakers that you want to wirelessly connect to on the outside. And then alternatively, as I said, you can actually wire straight to, hardwire to a system via the phono leads line level to a spare input on your amplifier, for instance an auxiliary or a line level tuner input or whatever, and then the other output for going to an off-board phono stage. The important thing to mention about the 2 variants of the T1, other than the basic one, the basic has captive, as I mentioned before, captive mains and captive Pro-Ject phono leads. The phono leads come separately with both the BT version and the SB version. And also their power supplies are plug-in-the-wall power supplies, wall-walk power supplies, so they come separately with them as well, and you just plug the power supply into the back of the turntable, whereas I said there's a captive main sleeve going to the standard. We'll cover what comes in the box with your T1. So you will get a bag of various accessories here and key components to put on the turntable. So you've got a manual in here, you've got a belt to put on the turntable, and you have a singles adapter to put over the spindle if you need that for singles. There's also a stylus force gauge doubling up as well as a protractor. So these are sort of setup tools. There's a little Allen key in there as well. So these are setup tools or adjustment tools for at a later stage if you do want to make manual adjustments. But the turntable comes out pre-ready for operation. So all you've got to do is simply fit the belt. So I will fit the belt onto one of these turntables. I'll put it on the SB one. So if you just put the belt onto the hub, and just give that a little rotation, and then we'll take a platter, which is the glass platter that comes with the turntable. It's a zero resonance glass platter. We just pop that onto the hub. That deadens that down even more, and then we put the mat that comes with the turntable as well. As I mentioned before, with the SB and the Bluetooth turntables, you do get a separate Pro-Ject Phono lead with that, which is you can plug onto there, and a plug-in-the-wall power supply. And that is it. Once you plug these in and into your system, you are ready to go with this turntable. There's also a lid that comes with it, a Perspex lid that comes with this in the box. The hinges are already mounted on the turntable, so the lid just slots straight onto the top there. Everything else is set up for you, so there really is nothing to do. It's very near ready to go straight out of the box. The stylus force for the Autophon OM5 cartridge that comes with the turntable is already set. The anti-skate is already set. So there are a couple of manual adjustments that could be made, but there's no need for that because these are all preset. You can carry out a couple of small upgrades to the turntable, which can be well worth doing in the longer run. So one of the things is, as I mentioned before, there's an Autophon OM5 cartridge on the turntable, and it's got a 5E stylus, so that can be upgraded to a stylus 10, 20, 30, 40. There is quite a range to look at. So those are upgrade possibilities. And also you could change the turntable mount from the felt mount that comes with it for an alternative. So there are choices out there. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation today, and if it helped you in any way, do please let us know in the comments below. Otherwise, please hit the subscribe button and we'll see you soon with another equipment feature. Thank you for watching.